Hello everyone, I'm the herb guy, and well, you're seeing the garden again, which means it's time for a harvest. You can see those cherry tomatoes over there. I guess without further ado, let's just kind of get right into this. Alright, so one thing, you might have not seen a single video come out of me in June, and well, it's for two reasons. One is that, I just didn't edit really, and then secondly, last night, I came back from a week-long vacation, so that also kind of impacted it. Well, let's just get started with these cherry tomatoes here, as you can see. So let's just start with this thing here of cherry tomatoes. Oh, there we go. So you can see the stem actually got bent, yet these tomatoes seem pretty good quality here. So I got a bunch of cherry tomatoes. Now I'm going to move on to this big red tomato here. Got some damage on there. But, anyways, that's it for the tomatoes. So now we're going to move on to our next item. Alright, so moving over to the vegetable bed. We have not a lot to harvest. There's not actually a ton to harvest in this video. Not like a great 4th of July harvest like it was last year. A horrible heat wave came through. Well, I was gone. 100-degree plus temperatures for most of the days. But I am going to harvest this one thing. Now, I might not see it, but the name of the plant that it's on starts with a C, ends with a D. Look at this comically large charred leaf. It is actually huge. Like, look at my hand compared to that. It's huge. It's the one thing I've noticed that's been doing pretty well with the 100-degree heat. Alright, so moving over to here, where that wasp is on the kale. I don't know why they're out. It's not even 8 o'clock. So moving over here to the peppers. You can see a lot of them being pumped out, but there's not really any ripe ones. Well, there is one ripe one. Couldn't film it, but I'm pretty sure this is a sweet pepper. It's not fully ripe, but it'll ripen off the vine, which is good. So I somehow managed to forget to film this whole other part of the video, so I'm just going to do a quick little reenactment here. So basically what I did, I showed off the huge, massive custard squash, though it doesn't really have that much squash on it. I also picked some like 6-inch long okra from this plant. It's insane. I also got some rhubarb too. That's kind of like a wild card. And continuing on, I showed some stuff going on with the eggplant. There are some little eggplants developing. And then I just showed the Carolina Reaper. Oh, there's some basil, all of that. And then moving on to the carrot that I picked. Yes, I picked a carrot for the first time this growing season. It was a nice purple carrot, and it was a nice pole. But anyways, that's pretty much all I have for you today. Not a lot to harvest. So, let's now come over and see totally what I've harvested today. There is the full harvest right there. Pretty solid harvest, I would say. Because, just rewind here, we got our 6-inch plus long okra, our normal okra, our purple carrot, some chard, a pepper, rhubarb, and a bunch of tomatoes. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a happy 4th of July, and enjoy the next one.